Alrighty. I don't know if the music is too loud. Let me see. Give me one sec. Test. Yeah, should be good. I see. I see. All right, are we on? Yeah, are we on? Good evening, everybody. Give me just 1 second. One thing. The big shot, my friend. Give me 1 second. Doing pretty well, man. What about yourself? Let me just configure this crap. Nice. Okay. Good, man. Good. It's Friday. Put my kid to bed, and now I'm gonna hang out with you a bit, guys, and then yeah, we'll see. That's pretty much it. What about yourself? Carx, good evening, everybody. Good to see you here, everybody. Let me just pour in some water. My son finally fell asleep in time, so I wasn't super late. Give me 1 second. Okay. Ooh, Visual Studio. That's like 10 gigabytes IDE. Yeah, I sometimes miss Visual Studio. It used to be a great, I guess it still is a great IDE. It's truly an IDE in every sense of that word. All right, so let's kind of continue. Let's continue. How was Tech Barbecue? It was pretty bad, actually. There's really, I mean, I'm gonna record a really bad YouTube video about that, but it's been really bad. There's nothing really technical about it, really. It's. I mean, the thing is, it's just not for our persona, right? It's not for programmers. It's for you go there if you wanna look for investors or if you wanna sell yourself or sell your product, right? So it's mostly for sales and marketing and stuff. As a developer, so I wouldn't say it's bad, right? It's just bad for our persona to go there, right? But it was fun. I went with my colleagues, right? Oh wait, I have to mute myself also. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, I used to go to conferences like that maybe around 7 to 10 years ago with my own startup, and it made sense because, again, you meet the investors and stuff, but the talks were pretty poor quality, I must admit. So they were not really, yeah, I don't know. Overall, nah, not so good, not so good. Okay, but thank you for asking. Maybe another time is going to be better. Who knows, right? Okay, so what I want to do is Iron Maiden Day. Yeah, we're gonna start with Iron Maiden for sure. Definitely, definitely. Wait, so this is meetup? Meetup, yeah. So we need meetup event. Okay, so that's, I guess, when we open a single one, right? Yeah. So we're missing kind of. Okay, I see. Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna continue with the meetup for sure. We have to, right? We have to continue with that, right? Hopefully, hopefully we're not gonna need much time. So let's kind of get started on that already. So what I want to do, we have some tabs. Do we have some tabs? Where are the tabs? Give me 1 second. Events, no, events, forms, components, meetup. I guess it's this crap right there. So we need to make those tabs actually to work. Yeah. So let's actually go to maybe profile or something. Let me just try to copy paste some code here. Yeah. Select the tab index. Settle. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So I'm just gonna steal a bit of code from another place. Yeah. Okay. Great. We're gonna actually smack it in here. Handle tab select. Then we're gonna go here and we're gonna say, or oh, did we? Oh, I already had that. Super strange. Okay. Wow. Ah, never mind. Never mind. Okay. What did I want to do? Profile, right? I see. I see. Okay. I guess we're gonna do the same, right? So what we're gonna do? We just need to make. We need to do pretty much the similar stuff. I'm gonna just put this const here, and then we're gonna put it somewhere else. So when you come to a single meetup, right, you're gonna have about meetup, and then you're gonna have events, right? And we're gonna say here. Actually, do we really? Yeah, we'll see. Meetup. Meetup tab routes or something like that, right? And let's see how I'm using this. So we're gonna have some effect, right? We're gonna put that fella over here. We're gonna import use navigate, right? Where is it? Navigate, yeah. No, but yeah, not really, right? We wanna say const navigate is use navigate. We wanna import this hook, right, from the router itself. And then here we should say navigate. And then this should be meetup tab routes, right? And then the URL here, it should be basically the meetups and then the meetup name, right? It should be like meetups and then, so here should be meetup.slug, right? And then this, right? You can type exclamation mark font and I think you should be able to get it. Okay. Meetups. All right, so we're getting an undefined. Let's see what's happening. What's happening? Probably the loading state or something. Let's see. It's probably going to be undefined. No, actually, so it's fine. Meetup slug. Okay, that's actually correct. I see. Yeah, exactly. So basically, we give me 1 second. Is loading meetup. Yeah, exactly. So here we're going to say is loading meetup. And we're going to return here if that's the case. So if is loading meetup return, right? We need to wait for the meetup to actually be loaded. And then meetups again. All right, so that's good, right? And now, yeah, exactly. And then, yeah, and then if we get back to the app, right? So here we have to kind of implement basically like a tab name or something, right? Let's go to profile username. Yeah, right. So pretty much something like this, right? Yeah. Chica, my friend, good evening. Tab name, right? Yeah. Shit, what's happening? Article not found. What the fuck article, man? Are you? No, no, absolutely not. No, definitely not planning that. Hey, cowboy. Hey, buddy. Hey, cowboy. That's a good one, actually. That's a great one. Meetups slash meetup slug. Oh, maybe is it the order of the routes? So it's going to be the slug and then the tab. So why is it? Why is our router messing up here? Wait, maybe we should. Wait a minute. Where is the article stuff? Probably it's somewhere up here, right? Maybe that's why. I mean, I have some dashboards that I just query stuff, so I don't. So far, people were pretty okay. But generally, I mean, I'm gonna just ban and instantly remove anyone who is an idiot, right? So this platform is gonna be very specific. There isn't gonna be too much democracy here in that sense. You know, if you're a stupid idiot, I'm just gonna remove you basically. That's kind of, if you go to terms of service and whatever code of conduct that I wrote, it's fairly simple basically, right? This platform is going to be about programming. If you kind of do any stupid stuff, I'll just remove and that's it. No complaints, no democracy in that sense. Yeah, so it's going to be pretty moderated in that sense, right? If it ever becomes anything. We have too many platforms where too much crap is posted, right? It's ridiculous, right? If somebody is, I don't know, being a racist or something, there's no democracy there. You just remove them and that's it. And then they can be democratic in that way somewhere else, pretty much, if they want to. Meetup. Wait a minute. So what's happening with the router? Why is article? Which article, dude? Ah, I see. Oh, it's because of this crap, right? Yeah. Jesus fucking Christ, man. Are you kidding me? Why is this happening? Why is it saying article not found? That makes no freaking sense, man. Why? Why? So yeah, so like this it works, but then if we try adding the tabs, right, it doesn't. That's a bit awkward, isn't it? Unless we actually have to do, yeah, I think I know, right? Obi, my friend, good evening. So let's do it like this, right? Shit. I don't like that, man. Yeah, but this also doesn't make sense. Yeah. Okay, so that's almost okay, but not yet, right? So we can see that. Okay. Um. So where are the tabs? Let's fix it. So it's almost handle and tab select. Set selected tab, right? Yes. Wait a minute. Set selected tab index. Yes. Chico, what's wrong with the name? What's wrong with that name? I don't understand. Meetup slug. What's wrong with the name? But which profanity? Where? Can you pose the name again? Yeah, but which profanity? There's no word there that's profanity. Which one? COC is not cock. Maybe you are reading like that, but I mean popcorn. Okay. I mean that's like saying word sucks, right? That's not that type of insulting profanity. I think at least, right? It's not like balls, right? Dick or whatever. I don't know. I don't think that we have that in the API at all. Let's see. Bad words. Actually, we do have the porn. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it is intentional, but I think it's quite creative because it's kind of popcorn, right? But he reversed it, so I found it quite intriguing, actually. Uh, Jesus Christ, man, why is this not working, dude? Like, why am I wasting time on this shit, dude? Like, yeah, exactly. But it's a good question. I mean, if people find it strange, then yeah, I mean, it's a good question, right? I don't know. So it's this navigate. Jesus Christ, man. So annoying, man. So freaking annoying. Like, unbelievable. All right, so I get it. I get it. Okay. Um, meetups. Where is it? Meetup. Meetups, right? Yeah. Christ, dude, like frustrates me a lot right now. All right, never mind. Okay, I see. I see. All right. All right, good. I guess. So let's go to meetups again. Let's click this. How many history? Like, are you serious, man? Like, seriously, what's going on? Wait. So let's clear the HTML5 history. So history now is empty, right? I see what's happening. I see what's happening, right? So we create too many. We basically create too many. So when I click on, so yeah, if we go to meetups, right? Let's see, we have three records in HTML5 history. If I click this fella, how many now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if I go back again, if I even can. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's fine, right? Okay, good. So that's good now. So now we can actually, but can I actually share this like this? All right, so let's fix that. Let's fix that as well. So let's say here, basically on load, right? We're gonna say, hey, so this is a parameter, right? So this is a, do we have any use params or whatever? So we're gonna say const params is use params, right? And then somewhere over here, we're gonna say, like const tab is gonna be, no, it's gonna be per meetup tab routes. That finds index. Is that what we did there? Tab name, yeah. Or selected index, right? This way, we should make it so when you come, let's say, to events directly, it preserves the events, right? But it actually, so it did preserve it, yeah. But then we have to also call this set selected tab index, right? So actually, we're going to do something like this. If tab index, yeah. Maybe something like that, right? Okay. Yeah, but that's not going to work now, yeah. Because it's always going to be there. Jesus Christ, man. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. All right, cool. Okay, so let me just continue with this. So what I want is basically, yeah. Yeah, so now it's actually not changing it at all. Let's revert this crap. So now it should be changing it, right? I think, yeah, this is maybe the problem, right? Let's take a look at that, yeah. Set selected index. So we need to set the index to when we click on the tabs, but also depending on what is in the URL, right? So let's kind of create another effect here. Let's say use effect, right? Let's say params dot tab name. Yeah, maybe something like that, right? Alexander Bugrimov, thank you very much for the sub on YouTube, man. Okay, so that's what I wanted, right? Beautiful. Okay, great. That's good. Now, when I actually go to a single event, it should render here. That's great. Okay, good, good. That's good. Okay, good. So that works. That works. Okay, so why did I want to do this? Well, because we need another route, right? And I think when you are under a meetup and you want to create a new one, it would be better actually if this whole view kind of, I guess, if this whole view just show, because it's kind of awkward now when I click create that the form is here. I don't know. Probably not that relevant, but it feels a bit awkward, right? So maybe it should be just better if it's and also this create shouldn't be here. Maybe it should be somewhere else, right? Actually, I don't even know. Maybe we can leave it for here for now, right? I don't know. Okay. All right, let's actually leave it there. It's fine. We have upcoming events. We have previous events. So Copenhagen barbecue was yeah, pretty bad. Actually, somebody asked me already. Yeah, it wasn't good. Yeah. It was pretty bad. And there was no barbecue. Someone asked, was there barbecue? No, there was not. Oh, Daniel, actually, this guy, I know this guy. I used to drink coffee with him. This Kevin is he's running God, I know all those two guys. I don't know. Soren, oh my god, man. I know all three of those guys. Okay, this is actually interesting. What is this? I'm gonna join this meetup. When is this? This is on fuck no, I'm in Stockholm but then. But shit, I would have actually joined this. I need to contact those guys. Photos similar to nearby events. I don't know, man. It was fucking stupid, man. It was just annoying. Okay, so how do we want to present this, fellas? How do we want to present this UI? So when you go to events, there's the upcoming events and there's the past events. Should we show them in two different kind of rows or whatever, right? Let's play with that a bit, right? That's hard. Well, I did want to stream. No, I mean, it wasn't that bad. I'm exaggerating a bit, but I do have high expectations, right? It's just internet wasn't working on a tech conference, right? So that was another thing. It was just ridiculous, man. I mean, absolutely unacceptable. Absolutely unacceptable. I mean, like, seriously, unacceptable, man. It's a fucking, like, one of the biggest conferences in Denmark, right? And it's like internet doesn't work in a tech conference. I mean, come on, man. Give me a break. Give me a break. Unacceptable. I actually wanted to steal some from Bun, and I'm gonna do that now. Give me 1 second. I wanted to steal this class. I want to try it just for fun. Yeah, we're back in Denmark for a while now. Yeah, for sure. I have tried it. Yeah, yeah. I have tried it. I mean, there isn't much to say, right? I think what is to say about bun? I mean, it's yeah, it's just it's give me 1 second. Where the man? Like, where am I? Oh, dude, where did I define my custom CSS properties? Like, why do I keep here? Color primary, okay. Color primary. And this is what primary, yeah, primary background, primary text, okay. I did play with bun a bit, and I mean, not much to say. It's just it's written in Zig, right? So I wanted to kind of play with that a bit, but I don't have the time. But it's I don't know actually what to say, except it seems to be like a super fast runtime, right? Well, I agree, right? I don't disagree with you. The thing is, it does it in a way better, in a way more efficient way, right? So when it comes to that, that is the huge step forward, right? So of course it's written in a low level language, right? So a lot of Java, a lot of bridging to JavaScript is avoided, right? Which is in certain ways, of course, it's way more performant, right? But let's see, right? I mean, I think making any predictions, right? Yeah, is would be immature at this point, right? I think let's wait and see, right? Nobody knows, right? Right now, you know, this community is very childish. Programming community is very childish, always has been, right? So let's give it time, because you know, developers or you know, not just developers, but all of those hipsters with stickers on their laptop get very excited about anything that comes in 5 minutes, right? So so let's see what happens, right? Let's see how it goes, and you know, like it's gonna take a long time, right? It's gonna take a long time for the support to come in, for them to implement all the APIs and stuff, right? All of the stuff, right? And et cetera, et cetera. So I think I think the most intelligent thing would be to just wait, right? Wait and see how it goes. But as I always say, more power to any advancements in our field, right? It's certainly amazing, right? I will start using it as soon as they add that missing performance observer that they didn't implement yet, because I wanted to run bun on programmer network production, but unfortunately we can't because an API is missing still. So once we kind of have that, once they implement it, then we're gonna try it in production, right? Of course, for programmer network, for any projects like this, it's going to make no difference, of course, because performance only matters if you have issues with performance. So in order to, a lot of stuff is missing, but you know, in order to utilize performance, you have to deal with performance issues first, and we don't, right? So that is the paradox a bit. Yeah. So let's see how it goes, right? I'm positive that it's going to be great. I'm one thing that I'm very worried about is the licensing, right? Because Bun is not really open source fully. If you go and first thing I always do when it comes to technology, I go and read the licenses and stuff. And also, Bun, this Bun team, apparently they raised funding of like $6-7 million. So, you know, they have investors behind them, which means they will have to make money, which means Eventually, they will sell us something. Now, what they're going to sell us is still the question, but I'm 110% sure that it's coming soon. So soon we're gonna figure out what they will sell us for that performance improvement, right? Because those guys are not. This is not like a standard open source project. They're working full time on that, right? Which is why they made it as such, but it costed several $1 million to build, right? So let's kind of see how it goes, right? Who knows? It's hard to say anything. For the most people, again, it won't matter 1%. 1%. Because most people don't deal with performance issues, hence it's just going to be sweaty nerds discussing how fast it is, right? I am using VS Code, yes. Look in the mirror. I mean, I am, but I'm a different type of a sweaty nerd, right? I'm a different type. I think I would like to call myself very, very, very pragmatic one. So I'm sweaty in a very different way, but I do have, hard opinions as well. No question about that. I think that's clear to anybody that's been here sticking around this this stream, right? Hey, quick question. I would like to start programming, but I have no idea where to start. I mean, what do you want to program? I think first fundamental question you have to ask is what it is that you want to program. If you can tell me that, then I can give you a more I can give you more yeah. Andrew, good evening. I mean, I don't care about Google, right? I don't care really about anything. You have to understand one fundamental thing, and you will not understand it. What I'm going to say now, of course, you will not understand it if you're junior, because some things in life you need experience for, and you need to go through them, right? So some of the things I say often, some of you might neglect, say that I'm negative, whatever. But at the end of the day, as you grow in your career, and as you try more and more things, less and less you're going to be impacted by them, right? So that's why when, I don't know, some new IDE comes out or some new language comes out, I don't care. I mean, only thing that I care, and I mean, I am always up to date with things. I did try Rust, I did try Zig. I like programming, so I try them out, not because of pressure. It's just I want to know about things, but they don't excite me in that way anymore, right? So just build things, as I always say, right? And that new things are going to be coming out for the rest of your life every 3 seconds. So don't be scared. You will never stop learning, right? Now, when it comes to things in general, I mean, I don't care, right? Genuinely. If something new came out, I don't, like, out of my deepest place of my heart, I mean, I don't care, man. I genuinely don't care. Just, keep up to date, know what things are. As I always say, see what other people are doing, and see where the market is. If you go to LinkedIn one day and you see shit tons of bun jobs and you no longer see Node.js jobs, well, then sit for 3 days and learn bun, right? If you suddenly start seeing shit tons of Rust jobs, which is very less likely, but if you do, then sit and learn that, right? So do what benefits you and your career. That's the most fundamental, right? Everything else is irrelevant. So follow that in that sense of staying relevant in the market, right? Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Yeah, for sure, for sure. Yeah, that's absolutely not a bad idea. Yeah, we can try that, right? Yeah, yeah, it's not bad. I mean, I don't know. I'm just playing with this now randomly, right? I don't have the design. It's that now where this is a tough part, right? And I also don't want us to spend too much time on this, right? So it's I don't know, right? It's a bit difficult now because especially in designing stuff in the stream, in the live stream, it's not very easy, right? So um yeah, that's so bad, man. Jesus Christ. Okay, let's leave it like that. So again, I can't do this in the stream, right? I will actually remove this for now, even though I do agree with it. Um, and we'll see. There's gonna be more. I mean, that's really tough. It's really tough figuring out how we want this because we will. I know that we'll want to the most recent upcoming one. The most recent upcoming one we will for sure want to be somehow bigger and whatever. But let I can't do it now, right? It's just too much work right now, right? Um, it's yeah. All right, so we'll leave that for now, like that. I'm not very creative in that sense for now, so I'll leave that for now. We did that last time. Also, question is should that remain there or not? And actually, members. I think we should have members here as well. So yeah, let's do that instead, right? So let's actually go to Meetup, right? Meetup. So let's say members here, right? Let's say tab panel. And then, yeah, that's going to be members. And I think we have Meetup members somewhere, right? So organizers, blah, 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 organizers. So let's actually move this bad boy over here. And yeah, so we should, Jesus Christ. Okay, I see, okay. And the members, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, we have to do this, right? Yeah, okay. Mm-hmm. Mm. Okay, I see. Yeah, for sure, for sure. So basically, I agree, right? So that is kind of fundamentally right how what one has to be careful when building, especially things like me inside the stream, right? So we will for sure do all that, right? It's just right now we need to build something. We need to build something. Kind of, I'll think about it as an MVP of a sort, not in a bad way, right? And then we'll do that as well, right? For sure, for sure. Those are nice to have, but for start, probably very, very relevant, right? Because there's really once we want to get to the point where there's somebody actually writes the first meetup ever, right? And then when we have that, then yeah, agreed. Meetup response schema, yeah. Organizer about, yeah. No, that's not what I wanted, even though that's okay, right? But we want this as well. All right, beautiful. And yeah, hmm. Yeah, what happened with this? That's a bit awkward. Give me a second. Yeah, why is this? What's happening with this fella here? That's super strange. Yeah, what? So we have flex gap item center avatar. So that's actually okay. Oh, give me a second. Should we try this? Yeah, exactly. Okay, good. And then where is this text primary added? Yeah, that's a bit too much, right? That's too radical. So let's kind of smack it in here instead. So we get this, right? Okay, so you come to an event, you read about the event, we'll need to finalize that. You check the upcoming and previous events. You can check the members of this meetup. Yep. Let's kind of say here about or there's nothing to be said about. And shit, we need display name here. So I think I have this utility that I wrote long ago called, give me a second. I think it's like get, yeah. And what was the staking args? First name, last name, username, yeah. And then here I'm gonna give it a member. There's nothing to be said about. It's all just an empty void. Or actually, he had no words to explain. To share. All right, something like that, right? Okay. Do we have any other place? Yes. So let's kind of just store this thing over here. Let's say const display. This basically utility essentially Well, we don't know if it's himself. It can also be herself, and we don't have concepts of gender and stuff on this platform, so it's kind of hard to tell, right? Okay, display name. Seb, good evening, my friend. How are you? Yeah, I like that. I like that. Thank you. That's a good one. Yeah. All right, cool. Thank you very much. That's a smart one. Okay. So we have that events, blah, blah, blah. All right, good. So members are going to be there. That's better. We'll have the organizers somehow. I don't know. Yeah, maybe. I mean, we should even move the organizers here, right? Yeah, let's actually do that. Let's try as we always do, or like to, like keep stuff super clean, right? So organizers, meetup.organizer.username. So what I'm actually gonna do, organizer, get display name, meetup organizer. Right now, I guess it's just a single organizer, so we'll see about that, right? So let's just actually pass the whole meetup here instead. And then here we're gonna say meetup, and then we're gonna say dot. So we're gonna actually say meetup dot members, right? And that's cool, right? But then here we want to say pretty much that what we just had there. What was it? Meetup. Yeah, this bad boy, right? So we're gonna actually do this. Chrono, thank you very much. Thank you very much. And let's actually turn this into a component, right? So this fella over here, we're gonna turn into a component, right? So let's grab this. Let's just smack it here. So let's say const meetup member. Badge to the organizers. I for sure. Let's actually, yeah, I like it. I mean, yeah. Honestly, why not? Yes, absolutely. Absolutely, why not? Absolutely. Na, 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 na. G Bounty, my friend. Always super happy to see you, man. Thank you for coming, dude. Right back at you, man. Right back at you. Interesting. Why? Let me just see. How come that? Yeah, that's a bit awkward, honestly. Ah, I see. I see. Of course. So let's do this and then get rid of this. I mean, yeah, actually, yeah, right. Yes, yes. I mean, okay, I have an idea. Sure. It's fine. So member, blah, blah. So let's say here is organizer, right? And we're going to say is equal to, and then we're going to say member dot id is equal to, right, meetup dot organizer dot id, right? And now somewhere here we can actually have a class name. We're using class names module anyway, where we can say, you know, whatever. Let's just say text rows 500 just for fun, and say here is organizer, right? And then we can see, since I am indeed an organizer, we get, okay, that's a bit of coupling. Who cares? This is a meetup member anyway, right? So we can decorate it a bit like that, right? It's not the end of the world. Okay, so if it's an organizer, we want to make it distinct somehow, right? So what we can actually do next to the name, we can first sort them always so organizers are on the top, and then we can, like someone suggested, like the tiger suggested, I believe, or someone else, we can add a badge, right? So let's yeah, so let's come here and say const organizer badge or whatever. We'll clean this up eventually, right? Who cares? Yeah, well, let's use whatever this fella is giving us, right? Then we're gonna do something like that, right? Beautiful. Okay, let's yeah, let's not do this for now, obviously, right? So I'll just comment it out. Let's put it after the name. So, and then mhm. Yeah, it was actually doing. Thank you very much. Yes, it was you. Sorry. Absolutely, it does. I'll just play with this for 2 seconds. Interesting. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Okay, let's leave it like that, right? I guess for now. So that's some established today. Okay, so we have that, which means, and then you are the organizer. I mean, this also button is useless when I think about it, right? Um, yeah, for sure, for sure. The thing is, right? Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we're not done with this yet, right? Of course, like we need to, basically, right? We're getting inspired or driven by meetup.com, right? So it's gonna be like something like this. Most likely the image as well, right? I'm just now figuring out the basic structure of how. I mean, you know, uh, because this thing here is, you know, you enroll, you have to kind of, this is how you join the meetup, right? How do we do that? Yeah, so they have this thing on the bottom that says attend, join, whatever, right? So maybe, which is sticky as well, right? So maybe we could do the same when you come, right? We keep that thing kind of in there. Interesting. Okay, give me 1 second. So what if we did this, right? Then you would come here and see this, something like this, right? Right, yeah. So this is kind of all the stuff about the meetup. You're gonna come. This is gonna be the default one. So where would make the most sense to have that button, right? Like we can also make it sticky or right. Well, I mean, if we make it sticky, we're gonna do it like this, like those guys, right? This I like. This is not terrible, right? This is pretty good. So this, what they have is pretty solid, right? So it's just, yeah, I'm not quite sure if I want that, right, or not, or that the hardest part of building product is exactly this, right? It's the UX and UI. So this is, I'm not worried about putting it somewhere where it looks good. It's just like I want to figure out where it makes sense from the user experience perspective. Also, we have to think about when you're not logged in, but we want people to kind of, so the good thing about this is you can see I'm not even logged in, so they're always showing this. They're kind of triggering you to join the platform. If I click attend, right, they'll say, hey, well, sign up first, right? So maybe we should do something like this. Now, where should it be is the question, right? Maybe we should do it at the bottom as well. Let's give it a shot, right? Yeah. So let's actually take this bad boy and yeah. All right. So actually, no. So let's do it like this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap this fella over here in a div. I'm going to make this div relative, right? But actually, I don't have to, but whatever, right? Okay. And then over here, I'm going to create another, let's call it nav or whatever. No, let's just call it, let's just make it a div. And I'm going to say lorem20. And we'll make this sticky or whatever. So we'll say sticky bottom 0. I know that this is gonna suggest me the shorthand in the but I don't remember what the shorthand was, right? So yeah, so and let's actually make it fixed instead, just to see what's happening. Yeah, there it is. Let's say bg, I don't know, rows 500 px4 just so we can see it, right? Yeah, so there it is, the red line that you see. Let's say px4 py16, right? py12. And actually, let's say inside there as well, layout. Right, and then do this, and let's say here, does this layout, yeah, let's say z index z50. And I assume, wait a minute, what's, yeah, so this crap has a high z, I don't know. Let's just say, I don't actually think that this is gonna even work, but let's, just for the testing's sake. Still messed up, okay, never mind. Actually I've removed that, okay. So let's imagine we have it like this. Yeah. And then we go over here, right? And take this bad boy, right? Smack it in here. And let's take a look how do those guys have it. So they have a... Honestly, this is not terrible. I mean, we could literally copy paste that. Why not, right? Yeah, we could literally build the same thing for now, right? Why not? Okay. All right, cool. So let's try something like that. So let's say here, BG gray, I don't know, just something that we can see that there is actually a background, right? So something like this. Okay, interesting, okay. Well, technically, yeah, we need to do the same thing over here, right? Why is the support, which support button do you mean? Hmm, shit. It's probably, if you mean the overlapping thing, it's probably the Z index, right? But we'll see. I don't care right now. It's fine, right? For now, it's perfectly fine. Okay. And then we would probably want this. If we take a look how they did it, they have it in two opposite sides. So let's do the same, right? So those are our buttons over here, right? We have the buttons, and here we should have like, I don't know. Yeah, let's imagine something like this, right? Join this meetup. Yeah, why did this guy fail? Okay. So we have those two fellas, right? And then this guy, we can make it, I guess, flex and then justify between, right? To push them to the opposite sides, right? Like this, right? Join the meetup, blah, blah, blah. So we're just doing the structure now. Yeah, exactly. What I'm actually, so let's get over here and no idea. Let's give it a shot in a moment. That's a good point, most likely. Let's see, right? Just give me a second here, right? So right, beautiful. I don't dislike that at all, actually. Again, this is hard. Not technically, it's hard, right? We're now pretty much live, just figuring out the all the structure where we want things to be and stuff. So that's never easy, right? Interesting. Okay. So it's not completely disgusting. So it's kind of becoming something. The colors are obviously very much off, right? Um, okay. What is this doing? Shadow inner. Okay. Not really. Mm-hmm. 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 Okay. It's becoming something for sure. Yes. Beautiful. Okay. And yeah, actually the date would be, so yeah, so those guys obviously figured it out. What was it? Didn't I have like a date somewhere? Date something. Some utility that we created. Didn't we create something a few streams ago? Was it here or was it... I think we did create something, didn't we? Get event date. Yeah, exactly, right? So we could technically say get event date. And then what is this taking? Start and end date, right? Okay, sure. So guess here meetup. Oh shit, this is the meetup, never mind. Yeah, so this is, yeah. Oh, this is the event actually. My bad, my bad. This is, what? Fuck. Ah, never mind, all good, all good, all good. So here we should actually show the next event, not the meetup. That's the problem right now, right? So, yeah, but we don't really have that knowledge here. Like we didn't at this point fetch those events yet, right? Because we do that in here, right? So we could create a micro kind of... we could create a microcontroller, micro endpoint, right? Just get latest upcoming event or whatever, just to fill this in, right? So it's okay. Okay, and then let's say share. Like, didn't we have a share button? What is this share button? Import share button. Where are we doing this? Yeah. Okay, so let's see what the share button is. Let's get over back here. Yeah. Blah, blah, blah. I guess here what would be window.location maybe or something. Dot. Let's doesn't matter. Let's just do it like this for now. Let's see, why is it exploding? Yeah, exactly. Because of this crap here, right? It doesn't matter. Let's get rid of that. Here's the share thing, okay. Share button. Shared successfully. Data. Navigator share. Yes, if navigator, blah, blah, blah. Data URL. Okay, so yeah, so it does work. The only thing, yeah, that it doesn't kind of work is internals. What is this internals? Yeah, okay. Strange. Ah, I see. Internals. So we need to pass. Okay, shit. Yeah, there we go. Okay, good. Why is I have a feeling that yeah, this is kind of pale because it's disabled, right? You're the organizer. Okay, share. That's great. Blah 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 blah. And yeah, this should be showing the next event. I think that's what they're showing as well, right? Well, I am on the event page now, technically, right? Um, so I think we will make probably this thing kind of dynamic, right? So when you're on the actual meetup, so when you, it's the service. It's called I'll share it with you. I'll share it with you now. Give me a second. Where is it? Hello, friend. Hello, friend. Where is it, man? Like, Jesus Christ. Web design for beginners, UX, UI. Probably Docker Hub. What it's I can't find it now, man, but it will come to my mind in like 3 minutes. I'm sure. Then I'll share it with you. It was called. I can't remember that right now. Awesome, man. Thanks. Mm. No, no, he's not talking about that. He's talking about the illustrations on the landing page, right? Styled icons is the icon library, right? Okay, actually, never mind. Let's leave that like that. Okay, so you're the organizer, blah, blah. And then we would want to actually show this when you go to an event. And then you want to join it, basically. But this is to basically join the, so there's going to be kind of two different states for this little banner we're creating. One is to join the meetup, the group itself, basically, and the other one is to attend some event, right? Once the event is there. Join the group. Oh, okay, so that should also go to about, right? Give me 1 second. Yeah, okay, I'll need to think about that a bit. So, okay, but it's coming together for sure. That this I dislike. I don't know how to present that. We'll see. Attendees are the one attending the event. Members are the members of the meetup, right? Meetup is the kind of parent of the events, right? So you create some entity, you call it Copenhagen JavaScript meetup, and then you organize events off of that meetup, right? That's the difference, right? So each event has different attendees, right? All right, we'll see. I don't actually know. Yeah, Audio Slay, yeah. He's a legend. So this is gonna be the event, and that's basically we're gonna so yeah, so we're gonna have to give me 1 second. Just to fix that. Yeah, okay, great. Just thinking a bit, hosted by. So yeah, so all of that really is gonna be on the events, hosted by, and then you see the details, the address and stuff like that. Then you see the attendees, similar events, blah blah blah. We don't care about that yet. And then the map. Good evening, good evening. Doing pretty well. What about yourself? So yeah, so I don't know. It's a bit it's a bit in a way slow because it's just very difficult to yeah, very difficult to kind of design this because I need to. Very good to hear. Very good to hear. I think what I'm gonna do. Let's go to our backlog, right? Let's define what we and then starting tomorrow we can kind of be. So let's see what we're still. Let's see what we actually have to do, right? Let's just write a list here. So obviously, so API is kind of done in several ways, but we'll see. But okay, so we need edit events, edit meetup, remove members from a meetup. Remove members from a meetup. Well, it depends what you mean by that, right? Of course, every programmer is to some degree into cybersecurity. That's part of your job, right? You need to know a lot of things if you want to ever put anything on the internet. So that really boils down to what you mean by that. Organizer. Then we have the bottom 25 gold. Good evening, my friend. Bottom bar for joining the meetup or attending events. Just writing down what we actually need to do. Maybe cover image for a meetup and events. Use tip tab for meetup events description. How do you set up milestones, epics, and users? I don't generally set up those at work or inside projects because they're useless, right? Now, how you plan in general boils down to your team and stuff. When it comes to side projects, you can plan as much as you want, right? But if you have no consistency and continuity, then the plan usually planning too much sets you up for failure, right? So you can only start planning, especially on that micro level, only if you're very disciplined. I'm, for example, very disciplined, right? I mean, this whole platform has been built in a stream, but I do come back to this stream and I do make progress continuously every day. So your milestones and project management and stuff is useless if you don't show up continuously, right? So my advice is start planning and then breaking it down into micro tasks when you actually see that you're doing something for a longer period of time. Because the most common thing that I see with all sorts of developers of all calibers is that you get motivated for 5 days and then you never go back to something, right? So how you plan is irrelevant unless you show up and you kind of adhere to what you planned, right? You can plan all you want, but if you don't make progress, then it's useless. Let event at meetup, remove members, blah blah blah. Yes. Disable attend event button when spots when the joined. So yeah, so the hardest thing when it comes to building any sort of project or in this case a side project is actually showing up for a very long time, right? Because if you want to build anything serious with a limited amount of time, I have a wife and a kid and a full-time job, right? In such circumstances, you have to be incredibly disciplined. You have to plan and you have to know exactly what you want. You have to be kind of realistic with yourself, right? I have no other time for any other hobby except this, right? If I start recording music again or doing something else, then I'm not going to be doing this, right? And yeah, that's why most people don't have it in them to do it, because it requires a lot of discipline, right? A lot of discipline. Let me just go through stuff. So, okay, let me just go to meetups. So, Jesus Christ. Mike, my friend, good evening. Good to see you, man. Okay, fine. Yeah, that's the thing, right? That is the challenge, right? That is the challenge, right? The challenge is I have a YouTube video about that. If you wanna, you can take a look at it, right? Actually, I can share it with you. But there's a huge misconception, right? That you have to. So that's a huge misconception amongst people, right? Your expectation is that to do something you constantly have to be motivated, and that's impossible, right? You cannot expect that you're going to have to be motivated all the time, but that's exactly the secret, right? You have to exactly be consistent when you're not motivated, right? Otherwise you'll never finish anything, right? It doesn't even have to be a clear goal, right? I don't have a clear goal, right, with this platform, because again, I have such a limited amount of time, right? But I have some idea, right? And I have some plan. It's not a perfect plan, right? But it's better than procrastinating and then seeking for that perfect plan and never building anything, right? Because while other people are sitting there and figuring out if their plan is perfect, I build this step by step, but every month I come back, there's something new, there's 100 more people signed up, right? So at the end of the day, right, you don't need some perfect plan, you just need to right? It's just that I think there's a if your expectation is to be always motivated, right? Then you will fail, right? I'm not motivated now. I'm not motivated literally right now. My brain is telling me just stop the stream, right? Stop the stream and go watch Netflix. Literally, that's what my brain is telling me now. I'm not motivated right now, but I'm consistent, right? And that's the difference. You cannot expect yourself to be motivated already because we are by default lazy. By nature, we are lazy, right? No, but you know what I mean. I mean, think about it that way. I mean, by nature, we are lazy, right? So of course, I'm not motivated right now, but I cannot be motivated all the time, right? And I understand that, right? It would be silly to expect from myself to be always motivated, right? I've been working all day, then took care of my son, washed him, showered him, put him to bed. So after a day like that, of course, I would have much rather. Well, I mean, yeah. If you can obviously, like control yourself, then yes. I mean, I never burned out for 15, 16 years of work, because when it becomes I think we are by nature lazy. Most people are, right? Again, it's a generalized. I think by nature people will choose to go with the line of least resistance, right? Um, well, I mean, look, let me put it this way, right? I don't actually even know how to put it, right? There are very few entrepreneurs out there, right? And there's a reason why there are many, very few. There's a reason why a huge portion of wealth in the world is owned by very few people. Of course, there's history and war and all sorts of shit and all sorts of crap, of course. But you have to understand that being entrepreneur isn't for anyone, for everyone. In fact, it isn't for most people, because it requires that extra thing, and that's what I'm talking about. I'm not saying that people are lazy in a sense that they don't want to get out of their beds. I'm saying that majority of people have a threshold of how much they want to work, and they have a threshold in their own heads of what they want to achieve. So for most regular people, getting a salary and paying their bills is sufficient, then that's perfectly fine. It is for me as well, right? But so don't miss. I'm not saying that inherently people are lazy on the most fundamental level. Of course, that people want to get out of bed and do something, but they want to do it up until a certain point, after which they just are inherently lazy, right? So when an average person comes home from work, most people don't want to do anything. They want to watch TV or go out with their family. That's what I'm talking about, right? The thing is, I mean, as I always say in this stream, and please take this because I'm genuinely saying it. If you are not motivated to do something, and if you can't find the passion, then you probably shouldn't do it, right? It's as simple as that, right? Because I think I learned this very hard in a very hard way, right? But I was all finding excuses half of my life, and then I realized that if I truly wanted to do something, I would have done it, right? And sometimes it's sufficient that you face that reality yourself and then start from there and figure out what you actually want. Because a lot of people are actually under, a lot of developers, especially newer developers, junior developers, they're under this constant pressure that they somehow have to code at home, or that they have to contribute to something. You don't have to do anything. Like none of you or us are actually have to do anything. People, if you feel like building something, do it. right? So there's no pressure, right? Do build some software if you feel like it, right? If it's fun for you, if you feel if you don't feel motivated, there are many things in life to do than sit home and waste time, you know, writing some shitty code, right? uh, Exactly. I mean, every person is different, and you have to find the balance in life. Without balance, of course, you can't do anything, right? You know, I have a wife and kid, an amazing job, good career. You know, my wife supports me a lot, and I've been with her for 15 years. So for me, I wouldn't be doing this if I was probably sitting alone in my room. Probably I wouldn't. My brain maybe would be elsewhere. So you have to get yourself. I actually also spoke about this subject in my video, this YouTube video that I just shared with you guys, right? So if you wanna do anything serious, right, you have to put yourself in a position where you can do it. And somebody asked, you know, if this what I'm doing is a hobby or whatever. But I mean, most of the startups started as some sort of hobbies, right? Like I don't. I know it's silly to say I don't trust that this network is going to become anything, honestly. I'm not pessimist. I just don't see it yet, right? Because I don't see that people are necessarily like, I don't know. Right? We'll see. I truly hope it will, but I don't think so. I don't know. Time will tell, right? But I'll keep doing it and we'll see what's going to happen, right? There's no pressure in investing your free time. However, you cannot deny that it will most likely have quite a big impact on your career. I mean, that really depends, right? I mean, most of the stuff I learned in my career was actually at work, right? So it's I think it's a bit dangerous thing to say. If you're not learning enough at work, then maybe the work isn't sufficient. But I don't think that people have to code at home, and I don't think honestly they should at all if they don't want to, right? You should only do stuff at home when you're after work that you feel like doing, right? So you don't have to venture out of anything, right? Again, look, I live in Europe, right? Mentality in the US is very different. I live in a semi-social country, right? And here people value life over things, right? I just have to tell you to be careful in your life to have two jobs, because there are many things in life other than job, right? So um, exactly. So for the most people, have life, right? Don't forget to live, right? That's all I can say, right? So here in Copenhagen, in Denmark, and generally in most of the Europe, we value life. I'm not saying that elsewhere people don't value life. I'm just saying you don't have to do anything that you don't want to do. So you don't have to code at home. That's the whole point. And I don't think you should. If you want to do it, I do this because I enjoy it. I That's the only reason. I have fun. I want to build this. If tomorrow I stop having fun, I'm gonna stop this stream and I might never stream again, right? So I have zero profit from this stream other than fun, right? Do whatever you want. I mean, the point is do whatever you want. Just don't forget to live, right? That's the point, right? Um, don't forget to live your life, right? Because most of my family lives in the United States, and honestly, the culture there is very different, and that's why I don't live there. I that type of capitalism is something I just don't like, and I would never want to live like that, right? And I love it here because there is genuinely balance, right? That just genuinely is, and that's how it is, man. It's different values, different perception of life, and that's how it is, right? What the hell? Exactly, Bounty. Exactly. 100%, man. 100%. The only way to yeah, whatever. I don't want, look, just, I want to make sure that none of you misunderstand me, right? Do whatever you want, right? I'll always share what I think is right. And if you like it, good. If you don't like it, I don't care, right? I'm not gonna pat anyone here, right? I'm just, live your life. Don't get pressured by others to do anything that you don't want to do, and that's how it is. That's how it is. Again, if one day I get bored of this, I'll stop doing it and I'll never stream again, right? And that's my perception of things, right? I don't care about, and right, as I said so many times here, I don't owe you anything. You don't owe me anything. We're here mutually. Some of you are learning some shit. I'm building some stuff, meeting you, having some fun, and that's really all that there is. You know what I mean, right? So there's really no obligation from either of the sides. I do this because I love it. You guys hang out with me, and I respect that, and I love that. That's the part of streaming that I like. It's hanging out with people. It's not the coding part, right? So that's kind of how it is, right? That's how it is. Yeah. All right, let's use the robot for the first time today. Given given one of my existing endpoints, just to automate this a bit, what is it? Meetup event. Meetup event. Okay. And this given a SQLized schema, write a new endpoint called get latest event that returns the most recent future scheduled event that happens. ChatGPT is a world changer for me. It's the absolute miracle, right? It's insane. I cannot describe the usefulness for me of ChatGPT. Now, how you use it is a different. I've been using ChatGPT, as many of you know, since pretty much day one, and for automating stuff, for learning new things. I've been writing some Rust this morning, and it's crazy, man. I learn a concept in 3 seconds because I know all of these concepts, almost all in my head. It's just, I'm like, okay, I know this concept already like this. Can you describe it to me in the Rust way? It's like, yeah, give me 3 seconds, and it does. It's incredible, right? Thank you everybody for your follows, guys. Very much appreciated. I think it definitely takes a while to fully understand its power. Mike, don't take me wrong, right? I would just say, don't fall behind, man. Don't fall behind. The ChatGPT and Bard, they're so good that, please, for your own sake, it's not, as I always say, right? It's not a matter of values anymore. It's not a matter of values anymore, right? It's literally just yeah. It's not something that, it's not a choice really. You have to use it, right? You have to use it. It's just how it is. Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying, give it time, right? You have to use it a bit for it to be useful to you as well, right? I mean, the thing is, right? Like, if you guys want to talk about philosophy a bit, right? The thing is, I mean, the thing is, like, in life, once you reach a specific success, whatever success is for you. For me, my biggest success is my family, my wife, and my kid. I've been with my wife, since I was 20 and she was 19. Now I'm 35, she's 34, right? So we've been together for 15 years. So for me, and also when it comes to money, right? I make sufficient amount of money now that literally, if it can stay this way, I'm happy for the rest of my life. I never have to make more. I can go to vacation twice a year. I can afford most of the things I need. I cannot afford to buy an apartment, a super expensive one, or a super expensive car, but I can honestly afford pretty much anything I need because I don't need much, right? So what's enough for you, right? That's the danger zone, right? Because for some people it's never enough, right? And then where that path takes you, right, is, and that is the difference again between Scandinavia, for example, and hardcore capitalism, for example, in the US, right? People here, at least what I experience and what I see with my friends and stuff, they're not obsessed with having more, right? I mean, people are just genuinely happy with most people. It's not that people are not trying harder, of course they are, but once you kind of have a stable society, right? Once you build a society that's kind of equal, then when everybody is equal, then you don't have such necessity to seek for more, right? Like, and also it's a lot more than just that, right? But of course, I'm generalizing. It's not that they're not millionaires in Denmark or Sweden or whatever. Of course they are, right? But right, so yeah, right. Really, it really depends what you want, man. A lot of people are brainwashed with a lot of things, right? But that's very philosophical, right? Yeah, because I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, again, I cannot tell you. I don't know what you guys want to hear. I'm just telling you how I feel, right? That's how I feel. That's not even philosophy. That's how I live my life, man. I'm just genuinely happy, man, right now, and I don't need anything more, man. I have enough, and I don't want more. If I succeed with more, hell yeah. I mean, why not? It's not that I would say no to that, but constantly seeking for more materialistic stuff, that just never ends, man. Right? Where does that end? Because right, once you reach a point of some solid middle class, the money just has diminishing returns, right? More you make it, at one point it just doesn't provide that much value. You feel maybe safer, blah blah blah, but it's what you're gonna buy a new TV every day and shit like that, right? Like, so of course, man. Like, I mean, I am an entrepreneur and I've been trying to build a startup for many years, because it's not mutually exclusive, right? I'm genuinely happy, and I think that's why I can also sit here and do this now, because I'm fulfilled in general, right? So you cannot be like an empty shell and then try to do something creative, right? So you need to find you have to find yourself, you have to find some fulfillment in life, so you can then set yourself on a path where you can actually do great things. You cannot do great things if your soul is sick, right? If you're just sick inside yourself, right? You cannot make it's very hard, right? If you have to constantly fight yourself and then achieve greatness, that's additionally hard, right? So you have to ask yourself, what do you want in life, right? What it is that you want, right? Because most people, when they get that, then they realize that that's not what they actually wanted, right? Something else. Nice. Okay. Yep. Now, do I need this left join here? Do I need the organizer? No, nah, not really. No, no. Meetup event. Yeah, so we don't need to do those joins here, right? So we just need to get the latest event where the event is greater than the date now. Yeah, but fuck, this might actually return, right? But yeah, I mean, this might return more than one, right? Because we're not really, and then we are ordering them, right? So this, shouldn't we like destructure, right? Sullivan, man. Here is my hacker. Sullivan found so many vulnerabilities and helped me fix them. So he came to my mind yesterday. I'm like, Jesus, man, there was this guy Sullivan. Where is he in my stream? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Thank you for coming, man. Very much. I'll find one. Okay, that's why. Okay. Thank you very much, man. Meetup ID. So let's say latest event, right? Meetup. No, so this is gonna be an object, and then it's gonna be yeah, sure. It's gonna be an object, but this is gonna be then properties, right? It's gonna be like event properties. Is there like, do I have something like event meetup event event? Do we have like event response? No, that's not what I want. I want like event response meetup. Yeah, it is that one. Sorry, my bad. Meetup event. Yeah, that's good. Okay, shit. So it's one of those for sure. Wait a minute. Meetup ID, is that what? Yeah, latest events. Yeah, that's correct. But then I shouldn't have removed, because yeah. Yeah, the pen tester exit. Thank you guys for your nice. Okay, let's take a look. See. Ooh, okay. I see. Okay. Get latest event. What's happening? I think it's probably complaining that let me just okay, my bad. All good. Ripple, thank you very much, buddy. Thank you, Tenology and everybody else. I'm sorry for not I see. Sorry for not saying your names. Is this fine now? Okay, it's beautiful. Let's take a look at our Swagario. Swagario, where is it? Latest events. Well, let's make sure we set that to the right category. Meetup tags, meetup event. Yeah, that's correct. Where are you? Latest event. Here it is. Meetup ID. Then this will be returned. Beautiful. Mike, have a good one, dude. Thank you very much for coming. Please come by more often whenever you have the time. All right, beautiful. All right, cool. So let's go now to the front end, right? Thank you, man. Always appreciate you here, man. Cheers. Meetup. Yeah, okay. So if we get over here now, we're going to do another call, right? So we're going to get a meetup. And let's just copy this same crap, right? And let's say get latest event, right? Is it latest event or events? Good. Yasir, thank you, buddy. Sleep well. Come tomorrow again, or whenever you're around, man. Mihai, thank you very much, buddy. Okay, is member, so let's see, meetup, let's say here, latest events, set latest events. You're gonna initialize it to null, because maybe there's not gonna be any scheduled events as well. We have to handle that state. So here we're gonna say set latest events. Can kind of get rid of this crap here. I mean, we should probably promise all just promise all this thing, right? But whatever. I just wanna let's just give it a shot. I don't actually care, right? Let's just yeah, make it kind of work, and then we'll go crazy with the details and cleaning up and stuff. Okay, let's see what happens. There was an error loading. Okay, latest event. Okay, yeah, because we're not setting the meetup ID. Okay. Ah, I see. Sorry. So we need to wait for the meetup to actually load and then load the latest event, right? In a way, right? But we need to, yeah. Jesus Christ, man. Oh, did we? What? That's super strange. What happened there? Get meetup. V1 meetup's undefined. Why is the slug? So this fella here is undefined. Why? Did I like introduce some? Yeah, did we do some regression or some shit like that? Wait. Get meetup. Where do we call this? Over here. And where's the slug? URL parameters. Ah, okay. So yeah, my bad. Okay, wait a minute. Probably got. So let's go here again. Okay, so now we did actually get it. Okay, beautiful. So let's undo that. Set meetup, set latest event. Yeah. So set meetup, set latest event. Yeah, thank you, Gotham. Thank you very much, buddy. See you soon, Sullivan, buddy. Thank you very much. Super happy to see you around, man. Thanks a lot, man. I have a shortcut. I have an extension basically for that. Latest event. Jesus Christ, man. Meetups. Okay. Oh shit, my bad, my bad. Yeah. I have I'm using I'm using an extension VS Code. It's called Turbo Console. Likewise, man. Likewise. Let's take a look at our database here very quickly. Super awkward. So we do actually. My pleasure, man. My pleasure. Latest event not found. What? Interesting. Okay. So the API is saying, hey, Alex, no. Ah, okay. So there isn't any event. Okay. So let's create one, right? So let's use our postman. Let's create the actual event that's in the future, right? So this is actually good, right? The only thing that I'm going to do, so I'm not going to actually return 400 at all. I'm just going to return nothing, right? So we're going to say, so instead of 400, we're going to say, well, I don't want to return an actual error, right? What I'm actually going to do, I'm going to say null, right? Let's try that, right? Vishu, thank you very much, buddy. I'm using Grafana and Prometheus, and I'm sending the logs using Pino, Fastify, Pino, and I have log rotation and stuff. So it's a pretty complex setup. If that's what you mean, sorry, in the infrastructure. Okay. Liminal, sounds good, my friend. Sounds good, man. Cheers. Cheers as well. What the fuck did that happen now? And also we're getting this undefined there, which is not good. We need to fix that in the front end very quickly. Actually, you know what? Let's just return this. Why do I even have that statement there, right? Oh, I think it's because of the schema. I think the schema most likely is failing, right? Which ID, man? I'm not using any. Meetups 23, latest event, yeah. Ah, I see, I see. Yeah, I see. All right, cool. So that's why, right? Yeah. So let's just fix one thing first in the front end. It's super fucking annoying, man. Why is that? So yeah, this is kind of what fails most likely, right? Yeah. So this is kind of stupid, right? Yeah. This is kind of idiotic. This is the thing that we did wrong, right? Let me just go to the app. So this should be first and foremost params.slug, right? Yeah. So that should kind of fix that issue, right? That we constantly have to. I mean, who cares? And it's called destructuring. So you can destructure, not destructurize. But yes, good point. We could if we wanted to. Yes. So why is my schema in the API failing? Because where is it? Additional properties. Yeah, it's super strange. Why is it? The Peter Alexander additional properties. Additional properties. Why the fuck do I have this? Okay, let's see now. Meetup event response schema. why is it mandatory? I mean, they're not required anymore, so why is the API requiring it? It's kind of silly, really. Jesus fucking Christ, man. Yeah, I mean, I get that you can't, man. It's fine, right? It can't destructure. Just silly. Yeah, pretty much, exactly. So, I mean, I know what we can do, right? It's okay. It's just annoying, right? I can just return an empty object, right? And that should probably fix it, right? Then it should be able to destructure it. It's just kind of annoying, right? Like so stupid, right? Yeah, I mean, I don't like that. I don't like that, right? All right, well, whatever, right? I mean, that's what it is. Let's not be perfectionist in this context, right? So let's just say here something like this. Again, not super ideal, but whatever, right? So here we can say, you know, if object dot keys event length is 0, is not 0, right? I Who cares, right? It's just annoying. I don't like that, actually. All right, cool. Well, that's what it is, right? Okay. So now here, this thing if it's null, we want to say, hey, well, there's currently no events scheduled, right? So yeah, so here we're gonna say, you know, if no latest, if no what was it last, man, latest. So if no latest events, no events scheduled, or maybe actually, you know, let's just say here next events, and then here we can say I don't know, we'll need to do those UX UI decisions. And then if there would be one, right, then here we would say get date something, right? Get the event dates, and then it would be like latest event dot start date, latest event dot end date, right? No events schedule, yeah. And actually here we can say just the meetup dot title, whatever, right? All right, cool. Dimitri, welcome back, buddy. Welcome back. All right, cool. So let's actually go and create an event, right? So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go to meetups. I'm gonna say meetup events. Actually, sorry, I'm gonna say create events. I'm gonna try hitting this, but actually it did create one now. Let's see what happened. But we created it in the past, right? So let's create it in the future, right? So let's say 15th. So let's go like 15th. What is the date today? 15th. No, let's say 17th. And let's say 18th, whatever, right? So this should now, start date must match date time. What? My bad. No, it's not my bad. What? No, unfortunately not, but my brother from the US, he will be going, yes. Start date 2023. The fuck is going on, man? Okay, so this now worked, okay. And now we can actually see the next event is here. So yeah, we'll work with that. We'll work with that, right? But yeah, and then I guess clicking on this, and this should be the event title actually, right? So here we should actually say latest event title, right? But also we want to say all right. I'll actually just reverse this just so you know. Whatever, we'll fix this when we finalize the feature. So for now, it's good. There doesn't seem to be any events coming up. Okay. All right, cool. Campbell, thank you very much, buddy. Appreciate it. All right, let me just, so before we round up for today, let me just see. So we'll need to finalize this. Let me just write this bug. Fix that. So what else? What else? Yeah. Ensure that the text inside the bottom bar uses whatever. Let's see. Right. Make the latest event in the bottom bar linked event view. I think we wrote probably most of the stuff that needs to be done for this feature to be kind of, to some degree, useful. Okay, actually, maybe create an additional table called meetup event photos and implement an API for uploading photos to our Cloudflare images. Ah, shit. All right, great. Any questions, guys? Any new viewers here? Do you have any questions about something before I round up? Otherwise, I'm gonna round up, and then we see each other tomorrow. Well, I guess that's a no. And it's also a Friday, so not too many people today. Understandable. I think a lot of people are chilling off work and programming, so that's fine. Well, what is to say, guys? Let me round up. I'm gonna go. My wife is gonna come from work soon, so I wanna hang out with her a bit. I'm gonna go check on my son, what he's doing. As always, I wish you best. Stay well. Have a good weekend, and I'll see you most likely tomorrow evening. Yeah, the big shot. You too, Bounty. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it a lot. Be well, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay. Bye bye. Cheers, guys. Bye bye. All the best.